PowerPoint. Aku share screen aja karena kita mau pakai format yang baru. By the way, papernya yang mana ya? Forget.
Kemarin yang case funnel itu loh, aku kayaknya belum masuk di papernya.
Yes.
Case funnel Scrum atau case funnel discussion.
Ini kayaknya. Nah, ini dia, kita open ya. Nanti kalau misalnya ada topik langsung di write down di sini aja untuk masing-masing funnel manager ya. Okay, let's start first. Is Airbnb campaign ready, Vidi?
Hari ini gue mau coba buka redash-nya, bisa nggak kira-kira?
Oh, bisa.
Jadi kita
banget.
Ini salah satu discussion juga sebenarnya.
Oke deh. Mungkin kalau misalnya pertama lihat stats dulu. In overall statnya gimana? Kalau dari langsung ke redash. Ini langsung ke
redash.
Sip. Redash yang
di bagian user funnel, guest funnel.
User funnel tuh di atas user funnel dashboard gitu. Bukan.
User funnel, guest funnel. Itu yang overall.
User funnel, guest funnel, this one ya.
Yes.
Oke, langsung ke guest funnel. Oke.
Boleh coba dulu month end-nya jadi Mei.
Oh iya boleh. Mei. Dari Agustus saja.
Ya. Okay. Dari Januari boleh?
Dari Januari, oke. Okay.
Ya boleh dah. Tapi itu nanti
Januari this one ya.
So
ini udah kelihatan Mei-nya. Kok udah sih? Tapi masih loading.
Iya, masih loading. Jadi basically ini bagian dari discussion juga mungkin. Apa yang aku propose di sini untuk teman-teman. Kalau misalnya kita infrastrukturnya udah jadi, formnya juga udah ada. Jadi kita mau nge-combine. Jadi contohnya misalkan HR selama ini inquiry, let's say ada untuk setiap campaign itu ada form masing-masing ya, berarti ya. Betul ya? Mungkin bisa dikonfirm oleh Sasha atau mungkin Andre. Untuk nge-track jumlah inquiry, ada kan yang buat ngitung-ngitungnya?
Oh, inquiry ya?
Ya, Instagram ada inquiry, itu diisi ke form gitu kan ya?
Ya. Kalau
ya, dan lain-lain. Nah, itu kan ada form yang beda-beda. Gue udah bikin ini satu form yang udah bisa nge-input semua campaign yang ada. Nanti kalau misalnya bisa diisi di sana, yang kurang tinggal soal masukin datanya, karena kalau dilihat di sana kan sebenarnya booking source-nya itu bisa banyak. Ada direct, Airbnb, booking.com, dan so on so forth kan. Tapi permasalahannya karena datanya belum ada, baru bisa available buat Airbnb. Contohnya di sini juga ada form lagi. Jadi itu kan yang engagement partner, guest engagement form. Yang ini yang awareness form itu. Contohnya yang tadi Kak Riza update kan ada jumlah views yang di bulan Mei. Itu udah aku update juga di sini. Jadi muncul di situ. Kita lihat awalnya mulai dari bulan Mei itu bagian awareness-nya itu kan 2020.
Oh iya 2020.
Nah, jadi di 2021 itu kita lihat bahwa statusnya memang masih mau naik, tapi kita juga di sini obviously ngelihat bahwa month on month-nya di Airbnb views-nya itu selalu turun. Udah turun dari bulan Januari itu peak-nya. Semacam itu. Jadi kita di sini obviously kita bisa lihat bahwa setiap bulan turun, dan kita bisa lihat di bawah lagi bagian inquiry ini juga langsung ke update kalau misalnya untuk yang Airbnb. Di bulan yang sebelah kiri dulu jumlah inquiry-nya. Ya itu udah ke refresh. Oh ya, udah ke refresh-nya. Jadi kita lihat bahwa di bulan April memang update-nya itu kita naik inquiry jumlahnya, tapi di bulan Mei ini kita masih kan baru mulai kan bulan Mei, makanya kita akan coba naik lagi. Jadi sekarang kita ada di minus 87% compared to the previous month. Kemarin gue debating antara mau nampilin angkanya juga atau enggak, but I believe it is better to have the numbers itself and then the percentage compared to the previous month. But we're seeing that for the month of May, that's the status, and it means that for some reason, although we did not do anything on the month of April, the inquiry itself increases. This may be due to the seasonality as explained last week. And then looking at the conversion rate from the views to inquiry, to the right, we can see that the current conversion rate is at around 0.1, basically.
Yang ini.
Yap, betul. Yang itu. Jadi, so
Convert.
overall, we're still seeing a lower conversion rate for the views to inquiry in Airbnb for this month. And this data is valid because for the month of May, we only registered the data, the view data for the month of May, if it makes sense. And the number of inquiry is that much. So we can obviously say that the number of conversion from view to inquiry decreases.
On?
Okay.
On
On May compared to April.
Yeah, but that's because we just began the month, right? I mean,
But the view itself also started on the month of May, right?
oh yeah, the conversion. Sorry, okay.
Yes, the conversion itself.
Okay.
And it's although there is still the discrepancy of the data. For example, the views itself, the last time we updated is actually 7 days prior to today, right? Today is the 4th of May, but it should add up in a sense. It should cancel out. Then maybe for the acquisition method, we can try to innovate around that. How we can actually acquire the view data more accurately, but it should add up in a sense.
Okay, this is interesting. Like we see improvement on apa April
April.
for the
Yes,
inquiry
correct.
view to inquiry conversion.
Yes.
I don't think we do much awareness activity on it.
Yes, exactly. So if we look back at this is why this graph can indicate something. If we look at the left and the right graph, for inquiry, the number of inquiry increased magnitude-wise.
This month,
Magnitude-wise, it just increased by a little bit.
yeah.
Yes, for April compared to March. But at the top, if you look at the views, the number of views for March and April, actually it decreased by almost like
Wow,
40%.
that's the number of views.
Yes, exactly. So the views dropped by 40%, but the number of inquiry itself only increased by about 20%. That's why the conversion rate from view to inquiry increased. It spiked up from 0.00 uh,
Two.
0.0 something to, yeah, I'll include the magnitude of the number later. But it increased by 0.08% in a sense. That's why it spiked up because the views dropped heavily while the inquiry increased by a little bit, although not by a proportion amount. So if we go down a little bit, then we can see that for instant book pace wise, of course, the instant book number will obviously be lower because we just started the month of May. But looking at the conversion rate itself, it's very similar to the number of inquiry. The conversion from views to instant book also decreased for the month of May. Currently, it still decreases by around negative 0.0306 compared to the previous month. Uh, that's why we have to pump up the number more for this one. And this also observed for the month of May that the instant book conversion for April actually spiked. Although the number of instant book increases by 30% compared to the previous month, but again, just like we mentioned, the number of views also decreases. This contributes to the increase in the instant book conversion for the month of April.
Okay.
Then let's go down a little bit. Then for the inquiry conversion, currently it's still lower than April. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's still lower than April. If you look at the inquiry conversion, it's at 2%. No, there is inquiry converted monthly pace. So there are two inquiry converted for the month of May. And inquired for the month of May. So what is good about this visualization is, for example, the inquiry happens on April, but we convert it in the month of May. The number itself will be contributed to the month of April because it's the lagging time, right? Before we were not able to detect that.
Okay, so it's a tribute to where they actually come, like
Yes, correct. Because it's a funnel form.
okay. Do we usually do that for check-in, like for the check-in, like transaction, the value?
Yes. We also do it like that, for example.
For the checkout, or just about the checkout?
So for the checkout and loyalty, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, we for example, if the checkout happens on April, but the review then the guest checked out, right? And then the review happens on May, for example. It will still be contributed to the month of April because the checkout date is April. That's why if you look at the review conversion right now, it drops by a little bit compared to the previous months, but it still can potentially increase if we contact the guest in the month of from that checkout from the month of April.
But then we will never know the performance of the months, basically, if you throw back the data to where is it began.
Ideally, but ideally we would like to reduce that window as much as possible. For example, if the guest checkout at the month of April, we want still want to be able to close the review like maybe 1 day or 2 days after the checkout instead of 14 days, right?
Like, for example, when we actually convert inquiry, but it is for August, so it will attribute to May, right? Based on your like algorithm.
Yes, correct.
So we never know the performance, the real performance of the previous. Like, for example, uh,
Mhm.
the inquiry conversion is 31, but then later on there's cancellation. It will decrease to, oh no, it's inquiry conversion. Okay. Let's say for checkout, because we can have that for checkout, right?
Yep,
Review. Where's the checkout?
it's automatically counted in the review conversion. So
Ah,
it's
so it's
converted on
so we don't really count checkout.
yes, because in the number of checkouts, according to the SLA for HR, we can count the number of reservations.
Okay, so then it is attributed to the value, reservation value.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, in a sense, if we look at the performance for conversion itself for this month, it generally reduces. Our performance for this month is lower than performance for April. Wait, the May doesn't appear, yeah, in the review count. Maybe there are no. Is there new reviews? Oh yeah, not no. There are no checkouts yet. That there are no checkouts on the month of May that has received any review. That's why the number is 0 still.
Okay. Okay, but the review conversion rate is constantly
That's the
decreasing.
count, the count. So meaning the number of reviews. But the conversion rate, yes, it also decreases to the right.
Yep, this one, right?
Yep, it increases in the month of February, but it decreases on March and April.
Okay, so then the blind spot of this one is Airbnb, right?
Yes, correct.
On the Airbnb is in the awareness part and in the review part, which that's actually connected, like in the.
Yes, in a sense, in the awareness, conversion A and C. For review, it's yes, it's connected, but I think the correlation itself, the coefficient for correlation is still lower than funnel A and C.
Okay, but yeah, that's yeah. The
That's true.
correlation is lower, but I
But
mean,
it still contributes. Yes, correct.
because in some trial assessment, we find that actually some property don't get any review, right?
Yep,
A long
correct.
time ago, so it basically affect the willingness of the potential guest to even send inquiry or book the property.
Yep, that's entirely possible. But let's inquire the funnel manager, and I think that's a separate discussion. Yeah. But for this discussion alone for Airbnb, this is the proposed methodology to submit the data, submit the visualization because it shows because the current data that we have is cumulative, right? As we mentioned before, even for the cumulative one previously, it was showing a review rate at about I'm not sure at around 30% maybe. Yes, 35%. But it's actually because it's carried by the review rate from the previous months maybe.
Mm. Okay, so we don't really need to update the stats in Airbnb.
For Airbnb,
3%.
yes, we can try to follow this one.
Okay, glad to everyone. Yeah, don't need to update Airbnb that have really
Yeah.
many stats.
Yeah,
Um,
I will try to distribute. What I will do next is distribute the form for awareness and also engagement, so that maybe for the other funnels we can try to start implement this as well.
okay, thank you, Vidi. So,
Yep. Thank you.
you should give like Airbnb. Okay, all of them is Airbnb. Should you like okay? I'll go. I'll let you decide like the name of the funnel because this is only Airbnb.
Oh no, you can change the booking source to other things. For example, you can open,
Ah, okay.
but the data is not available, right? Like the direct is not classified and so on and so forth. But after we imported the data, and it will work. So like Airbnb, but then we can say like all. If it's all, then we can see the entire guest funnel.
I see. Okay, okay, okay. But for the direct, can you like
Yeah, yeah. I'm planning
separate?
to separate it from all the campaigns. It's been done
Okay.
before, so we can do that.
Thank you. So, Vidi, we have a topic for discussion for Airbnb. Can you write down in the discussion paper?
Yep.
Like for the connection between A, B, and the E funnel to discuss or discover more. Thank you for the Airbnb campaign. That's about the stats basically, but I would like to follow up regarding this one here. I talked with Andre just now related to response to negative reviews or bad reviews. Have you actually discussed about how to deal with this? Perhaps to Sasha.
You mean replying the guest's review on Airbnb, Kak?
Yep, especially the bad review.
Yeah, Andre and I have already had a discussion. We'll reply to the bad review like maximum 3 days after the review of apa available on Airbnb gitu loh, appear on Airbnb.
Hmm. How about the old review? Do we need to
Well,
track that back?
yes, kali apa? Sorry.
Do we need to like answer it now? I mean, to resolve that issue, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have a discussion with the HR team tomorrow to discuss about uh to like tell them to apa reply to the reviews, and like actually for the previous one that already passed 1 month, we are not able to reply to it anymore actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So can we like delete or hide a bad review that is not replied yet from long, long time ago?
I don't think we can delete that, but I'll do some research on that because Airbnb is very strict on reviews and stuff. So I don't think we can delete that, but I'll have further research on that, Kak.
Okay, I think Andre, you want to speak something.
Sebenarnya untuk mendelete review itu ada harus melalui policy Airbnb. Jadi apakah sebenarnya review itu menyalahi polisinya Airbnb. Jadi kalau menurutku pribadi, misalnya bad review yang nggak ke response itu menurutku nggak bisa di-delete sih. Orang kadang-kadang aja review yang misalnya salah nih, misalnya case-nya tuh salah ekspektasi gitu kan. Itu kadang-kadang juga masih susah untuk kita bisa nge-delete gitu. Jadi ada policy Airbnb-nya sendiri atas mendelete review. Kalau nggak salah kan ada yang sempat di-delete juga, saya jadi nggak salah itu.
Oh, that one itu we are the one who delete or review. Jadi or reply yang kita delete because the guest didn't want to be
Expose.
known by the public that they're on holiday. So we requested to Airbnb to delete or review. If it's our review, we can delete it. But if it's the guest review, I don't think we can, unless as Andrea mentioned, it violate the Airbnb policy, like mentioning the address and stuff.
Hmm. Okay, so then I think I need you to go back with this one. Can you confirm one more time with Airbnb? Can we delete the bad review in Airbnb, like yang already datang like long time ago? And should we replay the previous review yang masih bisa replay? And how about the future review? Do we need to replay it, like all the review or only the bad comments, for example? I think that's my notes. Uh, do you have any questions? Yep.
Yep. I have a question. But it's our internal SLA to reply to review at max bad review at max 3 days after the review was given, right? For now, according to your visibility, Andre, are there a lot of reviews that we skipped, and if so, what is the cost for this?
Skip maksudnya kita
Ya,
nggak
yang skip
skip.
gak ke reply.
Um, Kalau visibility-ku sih mungkin karena kita lupa untuk maintain-nya sih kok, untuk reply review-nya.
I see.
Cuma iya. Kalau dari Sasha gimana sih?
Yeah, I think so. Dito to Andre, like we forgot to reply to it. I think since last month we haven't been like replying to the reviews there. But I'll bring it up as well to the team tomorrow juga, so we can start replying to the review again.
And I think because bad review need to be resolved, and it's perhaps because of the property, so you need to connect with community. I think Andre, can you try to reach attendee for the SLA, like creating like an agreement. When there is a bad review, then how many days the community should deliver and pass it to the owner, and also resolve the issue basically.
Ya sure, noted Kak Lilis.
Okay, thank you, Andre. Sasha, no, Fidi, can you write down in your card and tag Andre for that, yeah?
Oh, yep, I will. I actually wrote that in the discussion paper, but I will just copy paste.
Okay. Anywhere basically, but tapi discussion paper, I think a topics. What is the? Okay, yeah, can di itu aja di document. So yep. Next, I would like. Is there any questions from everybody for the Airbnb? Sambil buka this one, would like to give you a
Maybe.
short. Yes, Mas Gani.
Okay, so my question over to VT. So VT, should we focus on awareness or see funnel? What do you think? What we can do to
Sorry,
uh,
awareness or
see funnel? Because
funnel. Right. Funnel, we're doing it right now because we now have Gray, and I believe in the near future, Gray will be the manager for the SLA itself. But awareness is also necessary, Kagani, because if there are no awareness, then there are no inputs for the funnel as well. Top funnel activity is important like that. So and I believe this is also being addressed as well, right? Yeah, if we have from the management level, soon we will have awareness and also the inquiry on the conversion stage being managed.
Okay.
So then we have questions. Yeah, what's the awareness activity that we can done in Airbnb? No?
Yeah, for now the usual awareness activity that we usually do in Airbnb is being halted, right? We do not have any daily content doctor and so on and so forth. So at the least, we can try to reevaluate that again, restart that operations.
So reactivate the daily content doctor.
Yeah, the operational. Reactivate the operationals. That's the first step. We can think about the other pivots. Sorry.
Okay, I think let's go back to these questions later on. I mean, in the discussion paper later on, I'd like to go to the next campaign first. Evelyn, can you update us on the campaign? So,
Yes, I called. Thank you, Kalilis. So, basically, what happened is now we have Ike to help me regularly to upload, and I felt like we do have a solid schedule of publishing posts. That's why the inquiries increase and the converted inquiries increase as well. Like I believe we have, it's not exactly like a two converted inquiries, but we have two extension in the month of May. Yeah, and hence you could see the potential revenue increase, and yeah, the checkout, it's still the same, I guess, and the review on page. And also for the report mention of April inquiry analysis, I've done the Excel, but I'm still working on the report, and I will submit those by tonight. Also, Kak Lilis asked us, um, Evelyn, is there any, what is it?
What
Is
is that?
there, yeah, is there any innovation that you've been done with the team this week? Okay, so there's no new innovation, but like, Ika was innovating this idea to increase the traffic of awareness itself. So in hope it could lead to like a higher inquiries and higher converted inquiries. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna create an article to promote Bukit Vista property in a specific format that would follow the market demand. So the form, it will look like an article, but it will be based on the market demand. As for an example right now, right, like the demon really like those pet friendly thing, then maybe we could create an article such as like, oh, maybe like top five pet friendly property in Bali, or like top villa for rent in like Seminyak or Canggu, etc. And then also about the pet friendly campaign, basically Erika, me, Om Rafiq, and Sasha, we hold like a meeting today and we talk about those things. And I think by the 6th of May or 7, oh, by the 6th or like the 5th of May, Rafiq are planning to meet like this five property owner and try to talk and persuade them with the idea of pet friendly property. Yeah, and from me personally, when I submit my report, I will also send the report to Om Rafiq, so Om Rafiq could visit those property owner. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Evelyn, for the update. So for the trainers transaction, let's have a look. What is actually the new transaction here?
It's the Balinyo Gading and yeah,
Okay.
Bingin Sun and Moon.
So all of them is extension.
Extension. Yeah, extension.
So what do you think? I mean, we haven't convert more, right? We haven't convert like from. So have you analyzed the cause of why we don't really convert a new booking for? I think
I mm-hmm.
on. Okay, yeah, that's my questions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I believe that I don't know whether the market just shift, but like they are more into pet friendly property nowadays. And the thing that I'm confused about is, let's say, like we do have like a specific type of property that fits their criteria or like market demand. As for an example, I forgot the name. Sasha, do you remember the name? The one that near I am something like that. The one that we always decrease the price.
Oh, Kubu Mesari.
Yeah, Kuwamasari. Like if I'm not mistaken, right, the price was okay. The it is a private villa, and then there's like a private pool which everyone asks, and then like yeah, it has like a decent number of bedrooms. So like, I also don't understand why we could not sell our property that fits the market criteria.
Okay, so basically, we you can try to analyze here what property is selling. We see that Balinyo Gading and Balinyo Gading, Bingin
Eh,
Sanhun is actually selling.
yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah,
try
and
to note what is,
analyze.
yeah, analyze like what is the features that the guest likes about that, and can you connect it to online canvassing? Because
Mm,
I
mhm.
think we post the Wananta Villa already, the new one, and also what's that? Wananta, and also I don't know. What is the name? One new villa. I forget.
Pondok Riuh ya?
Yeah, Pondok Riuh, I think, but we haven't convert deal. Although the Wananta villa is actually beautiful villa with affordable price, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean you need to evaluate also the marketing or the BD result from the new partner that they deliver, and you need to, for this strategizing for the content metric, you need to also include the new property here, to
Mhm.
know or to check whether the new supply is actually fit with our market. So you can give feedback to the BD team and marketing team for that.
Okay, okay. Fair, fair.
Okay. Do you know what is the new property?
Um, isn't it the one that is listed on outsourcing?
No,
I don't know.
not that one. That can be seen in this board in the new partner
Mhm.
relationship. Once it's ready to sold, to basically sell or promote, it will be under the new property. This one like Villa Namaskara, Pondok Rio, Wananta, and then Lumbung, Tegal, and Villa Puspasari.
Okay, okay, okay. But to clarify, does this include in like our old partnership? So like, what does this differentiate or like?
New
I'm a bit
property with
lost.
new partnership. Baru masuk ya,
Oh,
gitu. So,
oh, okay, okay,
check
okay.
the quality of the property that marketing brings. You can try to basically promote it in Facebook, gitu, to check. Okay.
Okay,
This
okay.
one. Please take a note of that in your card, Evelyn. Di sini dicatat ininya, catatannya, note-nya. Is there any question? Oh, dari tadi ada yang tanya. Tadi yang tanya siapa tuh? Mas Gani, how
Yeah,
about listing
yeah,
maintain? Mas Gani, can you explain more?
yeah. So, what you do on our old listing on Facebook, Evelyn? Halo, halo,
Halo,
halo. Dengar nggak?
dengar
Dengar.
tapi
Oke,
jadi sedikit kepotong.
oke. So, what you do on our old Facebook listing? Do you do some maintain or something like that, or is there any
Mm,
improvement?
okay, in this past 1 week, I haven't maintained any listing, but I think 2 weeks ago, Kalilis helped us in maintaining some of our old posts. Usually, when Kalilis maintain the listing, it kind of increase the inquiry that we get, but not necessarily the converted inquiries. But yeah, it does increase the inquiries.
Yeah. So because on the Facebook apa namanya marketplace there is a feature that apa namanya itu kayak memperbarui listing gitu loh, apa namanya, refresh gitu loh.
Refresh.
Ya, ya. So we can use that feature basically. So
Boost
just
listing,
click,
you mean?
ya, ya, push listing. Tapi kayak ya nggak berbayar. Ada itu.
Okay.
Yang kalau nggak salah
Kita,
cuma bisa 3 kali doang nggak sih, Kak?
Yeah.
ya, ya, nggak nyampe 5 kali pokoknya. Nah itu mungkin kita bisa memanfaatkan fitur itu.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Take a note, yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, try to explore the features of boost listing, and also try to do the maintenance by yourself, because the property manager, like from BI, you should understand like the pricing first. Apakah price terlalu tinggi dan etc. etc. If you want to apply new prices, basically you can do it, but you have to like responsible for the change that you make.
Mm-mm.
Try to experiment by yourself gitu. In the
Okay,
maintenance.
okay.
Maintenance tuh bisa di foto, bisa di harga, captions and etc. and etc. You can innovate sama Aike. Discuss with Aike lah.
Okay, okay, okay. Note.
Okay. Um,
Oh, okay.
okay. So kalau decreasing price ada coretannya gitu ya Mas ya. Nanti dia akan ke up gitu. Jadi kayak previously berapa dicoret jadi berapa kayak gitu-gitu.
Okay, okay, okay.
Ya. Okay, is there any more questions? Thank you, Mas Kenny, for the feedback. Hi, Chris. Welcome. Tadi nggak lihat ada Chris.
Hello, Kalilis and everyone. I'll be observing, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
if there's no
Lol.
questions from everybody, let's continue to the next, which is booking.com will deliver to Kevin. Sarah, David kok Kevin.
Okay. Thank you, Kalilis, for the booking.com update for this week. Basically, for the instant booking checkouts and instant booking same as usual. In this week, we have got 12 booking. Then while the last week we have got two booking, and for the review in these 2 weeks we just get we just got one review and no review in this week.
Wait. David, how many booking we get like last 2 weeks?
Last week two bookings.
Last week?
Yeah.
Okay. Kalau report hari ini tuh you mention this week ya?
Yeah, last week two booking and this
Last
week
week. Should be this report should call last week karena kan minggu lalu kan. So this week is today until next week. Jadi this one is last week, right?
okay.
This one
Oh.
is last 2 weeks, right? This one.
Oh yes, yeah.
2 minggu lalu. Okay, so there is no new review.
No new review.
And then 12 additional booking. Tuh?
Yes, in last week.
In last week. And then 2 booking sebelumnya.
Yep.
Okay, continue.
For the impact, for the awareness, Kalilis, if you assume that all of the promotion will have successfully applied in 2nd of May, we have got one bookings from Atra Bambulogi. I believe it from early booker promotion. For the impact.
Okay. Interesting. Do you check it in the account? Let's have everyone to do that. I mean, kamu ceknya di sini?
In admin, not in,
Admin.
yep, in admin.
Okay. So you check that from that awareness, you get one booking for Atra.
Yes.
How about the booking that just apa namanya come like for Labomi? I think it's for 5 days if I'm not mistaken.
Labomi.
Yeah, Merta Beach. Sorry, Merta Beach. We don't really apply anything
Yeah.
in Merta Beach ya.
Yeah, for
weekly.
Merta Beach.
Okay then. So what kind of awareness last week other than the early one, the early booker?
Early booker. Sorry, Kalis.
What is the other awareness that is working other than early?
Until now, there's no not yet impact or other from our other awareness.
Okay.
Based on booking.
Right. I see that actually Labomi and Despacito is top book property and booking.com.
First.
Can you try to analyze why they get booking?
Okay. But it's booking in 1 of May, 1st of May.
For which
Labomi.
Labomi?
Labomi. But tapi kan kita kalau promotion itu kan 1 day after ini ya, Kak. Besoknya berarti ya. Kita playnya kan the 1st of May. So it's successfully applied in 2nd of May.
So it is applied like 24 hours after the setting?
perhaps.
You have to check it ya.
Okay.
Kan ada tuh historinya dari awareness apa, dapat berapa booking, cek di Labomi itu working apa enggak gitu ya specifically. Jangan assume use data ya. Okay, is there any questions for David from anyone? No? Okay, if there is no, let's move to the next campaign, which is agent sales. No awareness activity in this part, but Andre successfully convert one deal. Congratulations, Andre. It is, I think, for lot property. Yeah, Andre is Andre is not here. Okay, and Andre also done some analysis for the inquiry that coming last week. We only see four name of agent from many agents that we have. It means that this is the only agent that most active. So the deal, I guess, for lot 5, or this one. No, the Kuto. Okay, 1 May. The Kuto. It's from Brian. And what is actually the notes here? Why it is not converted? Agent just making sure about price. So sometimes ada pertanyaan and only make sure and no follow up. And then looking for under 2 million villa, which is it is I think impossible. Didn't like Blue Apsara due to second floor and the Kutuh due to the location. Need a larger living room. Ini buat Wananta ya. Kemudian Kubu Mesari Kristen didn't want to offer our Kubu Mesari villa. Basically Kubu Mesari itu emang susah dijual dari dulu sih. Kemudian tamunya tiba-tiba gak jadi dan booking hotel. Okay. Last minute booking. Okay, the Kutuh. Fully book BNG. Ya, jadi masih BNG itu di mana-mana sebenarnya popular ya. So I think Mas Gani and also Mas Rizal and with Evelyn ya together ya, coba identify kenapa sih si BNG itu banyak banget yang mau. Dia fully book banyak banget tuh villanya. BNG sama Bali Prime. I'm not sure why it happened. Like ada nggak sih tapi kayaknya kalau menurut cerita Nadine, the villa like BNG itu udah fully book gitu. The owner can sell it by themselves. So how we can basically find villa yang belum occupied gitu ya. That's from Eden. Ada 8 inquiry tapi no awareness activity. Actually I want to make sure with Andre. Oh, Andre is back. Andre, do we still need the awareness activity? Okay, Andre is not here, so I'd like to talk with Andre later on. That's from the agent. Is there any questions from anybody? No. If no, I would like to continue to Instagram. I'll offer the time to Mas Kenny.
Yep, thank you very much, Lilis. So for the Instagram, last week I just posted the Lumbung House new property on feed and story, and as usual, got high impressions, rate and share. The account rates increased steadily, impact from Instagram ads. The last week we got 7 inquiries, 4 is turned down, 1 ongoing, and 2 no replies, and 0 booking and 0 application. So yeah, that's the update so far from the Instagram release. To you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mas Gani. So we only have 1 post in 1 week, and the plan is actually post the armadillo video ya by today ya. So let's see for this linkage of assets dari community yang lumayan relevan dengan guest. Is there actually any impact for this? So yeah, that's right. That's basically the nearest pivot that we would like to done. Is there any questions from anybody for this? Okay. Siapa yang responsible buat IG di ECR? Sasha, do you have any updates on why they are actually turned down? Like this one?
Yeah. Some of 14 downs. I think only ini did Mas Gani 2 for this week, 2 turn downs.
2 turn down?
Yeah, I think one because the guys already found an accommodation, and the other one because budget doesn't match.
What
Their budget
property,
is too low.
yeah, what property they asking and for how much?
For the there's this one guys we offered some villa. Wait. Actually, this one. Let me see.
I have attached the screenshot, Lilis.
Oh, that's the inquiry analyst. Okay, let's have a look at these files while loading. Some yeah, Instagram, WhatsApp. Ongoing turn down. Guest has found an accommodation. Have found accommodation. Have found accommodation. No reply. Budget doesn't match. Three bedroom villa. Okay. Okay. So basically that. Perhaps later on bisa dilengkapi untuk budgetnya berapa ya, biar kita bisa lihat-lihat juga apa yang kita harusnya
The
tulis di sana.
Budgetnya ada
problem is
juga
Kak,
sih, Lis.
yeah, if the guest tell us the budget, I'll put it there. Tapi sometimes even before we kayak know the budget, they already didn't reply to us gitu sih Kak. Tapi kalau they give the budget, I put it in the spreadsheet juga.
Okay. Okay. Is there any questions for IG? No. And then next to website campaign. So I think this one is mostly around the updates on okay, the stats ada ya. The traffic, paid traffic, only addition by 10, and then page of traffic 118 additional, organic traffic 231. Masih tetap paling banyak itu adalah nggak, sebelumnya di off page traffic, tapi sekarang di oh ya bener, di off page traffic paling banyak. Paid hanya 10, tapi let's try to take a look at this screenshot dari Mas Rizal ya. The summary is here. Google Analytics datanya bisa dilihat di atas. Basically, the traffic from organic and paid is giving traffic and average time on page. Nya adalah sekian. Jadi average time-nya adalah sekitar 44 detik, which actually is it apa namanya? Sebentar, apa sedang, apa lama, Mas Rizal?
Compared to the previous analytics, I mean, like from strikingly, I think the 44 second is better compared to the strikingly. So I think the audience that came from the page is basically better if we compare to the strikingly. And the next is the traffic is new to me. I mean, if you can open the graph, the apa screenshot on Google Analytics, the graph is aku belum pernah lihat yang kayak gini sebenarnya, karena as we can see there, there's a traffic from Google organic, and also the traffic from the Instagram ads. So I'm a little bit confused why the Google organic also apa namanya also contribute. But my first hypothesis is okay, our SEO is working and it can generate traffic until the people that want to see the listings. But the number is quite high there. That's that, and also for the Instagram ads also can generate the traffic, the 35 for the highest of the Instagram ads, and that's the average time on page or the audience that stay in our listings. And basically that's I also write down on the discussion what is the next, what is the solution basically.
Okay.
That's
Here,
that's this.
Let's go to this discussion. Website campaign. We have traffic. Jadi mumpung ada Chris juga di sini. So basically
Yes.
the ads, the paid ads and also the SEO is actually okay, bisa gain traffic, but they don't send inquiry actually. Let's open up the I'll propose extension like about 5 minutes ya guys. Like jadi nanti selesainya 10 minutes maksimal. If I can, we'll make it 5 minutes. Bukit Vista long term ya, nggak salah ya. Long term, this one, right?
Very long term rental.
Ya, mumpung ada Chris juga. Jadi kan, if they actually click the ads, like in the paid ads, dia akan ke sini, betul, Mas Riza?
Yep.
Okay. They will go here. Jadi waktu yang dia spend itu ada sekitar 0,44 detik. Sekitar 44 detik ya?
Iya, 44 detik.
44
detik harus cabut.
Salah. Sekitar 44 detik spendnya.
44 detik di setiap listingnya, Lilis, bukan di page ini.
Oh, di setiap listingnya.
Ya, jadi buka listing habis itu ini. Tapi kita bisa tahu datanya dari sini nggak ya? Itu listingnya listing apa aja? Ada kan harusnya?
Oh ini ya. Oh ini kan udah dikasih listingan.
Iya, URL-nya kan bisa berubah. Ada ini juga.
Yap.
Jadi paling terkenal tuh yang
pertama.
Villa.
Staycation via Mi Villa, and then this one stunning all bamboo house itu apa? Sunrise ya, kayak gitu statsnya. Berarti rata-rata ini 3 menit apa nih, lupa nge-close kayaknya. Oh, Billionaire Escape. Si Olala. Oke. So itu ya, Mi Villa, Sunrise, Olala, kemudian apalagi yang popular, ini 2 menit. Ini apa nih? Canggu Lodge Tropical Perfect for Digital Nomads itu apa? Lupa.
Ini nggak sih, Kencana nggak sih?
Kencana ya? Oke.
Amazon kayaknya, Kak.
Oh, Amazon.
Sudah.
Amazon emang lumayan laris ya. Kemudian Modern Spacious Villa with Summer Vibe. Aduh, lupa. Apa itu, Tasya? Property knowledge? Lupa ya. Summer Vibe. Modern Spacious apa yang luas apa?
Let the bigger.
Shanti, Kak. Shanti.
Tidak.
Shanti, kita nggak
ada.
Kita nggak post Shanti.
Nggak ada di Bigger, nggak ada Modern.
Di sini aja kenapa? Oke. Top the next station. Nih ya, jadi ini. Nah ini bukan. Ini ada di lebih dari semenit. Kemudian let's load more. Jadi ketika masuk itu kalian akan mendapatkan experience. Oke, Bali long term rentals, bla 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 bla. Ada area, tapi masing-masing area ada listing di dalamnya. Kemudian akan menemukan pertama si ini Villa near Canggu. Kemudian ada ini, ada si Maharaja, ini Kubunyangnyang. Ini di Merta Beach. Ini punyanya apa namanya? Persabina. Ada ini. Ini enggak masuk tadi ya. Oke, itu kan yang pertama ada 2 tadi yang di atas 1 menit. Kemudian yang ini kayaknya cuma ada segini doang ya. Oh ada ding. Ini spacious villa with swimming pool. Bukan ini ya, bukan spacious villa tadi. Ini nggak ada. Restful babang nggak ada di top performer. Ada modern space. Nah ini apa nih? NH residence. Itu yang banyak dilihat. Ini nggak ada.
Tapi pertanyaannya itu kenapa orangnya banyak yang ini tapi nggak ada inquiry sama sekali gitu.
Ya betul. Jadi hipotesis dari Mas Rizal actually mungkin kita bisa kemana nih inquiry-nya setelah
kan orangnya udah buka listing page-nya, coba list.
Oh iya.
Orangnya udah buka listing page.
Betul. Aku lupa. Kita coba buka si guest house for digital nomad. Bentar deh. Ya benar. Inilah ya.
Terserah.
Ataukah price-nya yang kurang, ataukah apa yang gitu kan? Oke, this one ada beginiannya. Oke, features-nya lengkap. Oke, ini ada masukin ini. Setelah
itu live review.
Iya, live review.
Coba di-expand lagi, kayaknya Windows-nya kurang gede deh.
Kalau Windows-nya kurang gede nggak muncul gitu. Berarti di mobile nggak muncul juga dong?
Nggak, di mobile udah muncul. Di mobile tuh.
Ini send booking inquiry. Tapi dia ada di
bawahnya.
Bawah banget. Bawahnya ini similar listing baru ada send inquiry.
digeser paling atas aja kali.
Oke, kita tanya Chris because Chris is here. Okay, why is the placement is there? Dan can we like memindahkannya?
If why, it's actually no particular reason yet. So it's actually being default by the team. And if we want to move it, yes, we can move it.
We can move it. Okay. So where is the best place to put this form basically? As the user ya, as the user gitu. Jadi kan kita penasaran ya sama si Armadillo Guest House. Let's try to open. Baca. Open in Google Maps bisa. Dan ini address.
Willis.
Yep.
Oke, kalau dari tempatku itu ada di samping sebenarnya. Jadi kalau Windows Windows kamu ditarik lagi agak lebar, itu bakal muncul di bagian kanan. Itu
Jadi
untuk
akan sticky nggak sih?
Oke. Let me stop sharing my screen dan share the full screen.
Ya, dan itu yang sticky ya kak?
Oh ini di situ. Nih.
Yes, I think for desktop mobile and desktop mobile sama tab view itu agak beda. Itunya.
Betul. Can we try to find mereka pakai apa sih device-nya? Bisa di Google Analytics.
Bisa.
Di Google Analytics.
Aku share ya ininya ya.
Share screen sok. Ini biar semuanya dapat pendidikan marketing juga ya, digital marketing ya, bisa data.
Oke, aduh, sorry lemot. Nah, ini so far yang mengkonsumsi paling banyak itu desktop. Nomor 2 adalah HP mobile.
Oke, almost 50-50 sih ya. Mobile, oke. Desktop.
Nah, untuk yang
Jangan-jangan desktopnya kita.
Untuk yang itu tadi untuk yang versi desktopnya kayak gini kan. Terus untuk yang versi mobilenya sebelumnya kita udah ngelakuin pembenahan sebenarnya, karena sebelumnya tuh formnya itu di paling bawah. Jadi mungkin peletakan ininya sebenarnya di paling bawah. Jadi aku udah bilang ke Zio buat taruh ke atas lagi gitu. Jadi setelah details, after details itu ada ngisi inquiry. Cuman sepertinya ini tuh enggak kurang highlight gitu ya mungkin ya. Jadi kayak karena mungkin backgroundnya sama semua, jadi nggak ternotice.
Tadi kan aku maunya live review ya. Maksudnya mungkin kayak ada book now, something like that gitu.
Mungkin. Nah, terus kalau kita lihat yang kalau aku compare dengan kompetitor sebenarnya. Jadi yang di kompetitor itu tak screen semua.
Kok ada Aike?
Kalau aku lihat yang di ini, yang di Villa Bali ini, dia gini. Jadi kayak jelas ininya tombol inquiry-nya itu jelas kayak highlight gitu. Kalau kita klik sama juga, mereka juga ngisi form juga. Cuman tombolnya itu jelas lokasinya di mana karena terhighlight. Mungkin itu sih.
Control to action gitu ya. Mungkin dia kalau nggak langsung diliatin bisa nggak, Chris? Jadi we have to push a button juga gitu buat dapetin ini send us inquiry, klik gitu.
Sorry, Khalis, can you repeat? Actually, a bit breaking just now.
So can we actually put like the button yang bisa interest the potential customer? So we need actions like they need to click for example, book now or send us inquiry, and then baru muncul si formnya.
Oh yes, we can, bisa sih. Jadikan dialog pop up gitu, bisa. Kayaknya.
I mean, you mean the form is the pop up dialog gitu kan?
Yeah, it can be a pop up dialog or it can be redirected to another form as well.
Okay, anyone, do you have idea or comments with this list? Yeah.
I think it's already there. I mean, it's already here, right? The request to book, but it's not not stated here, like.
Nggak ada tulisannya gitu ya?
Iya, maksud aku tuh
logo
biar nggak rame di jadi dia tuh di-summarize dalam suatu button. Jadi nanti pop up ketika dia send us inquiry, klik, nanti dia pop up isi nama, isi apa, habis itu send gitu. Jadi dia nggak langsung di situ, nggak tercecer istilahnya form yang harus dia isi. Paham nggak maksudnya? Chris, do you understand what I mean?
Still cloudy, right?
Still cloudy. So the form is actually not showing all the details that they need to fill out. Jadi only a button gitu loh, a button, then they click it, baru nanti muncul si details yang harus mereka isi. To make it more lebih ini aja, nggak terlalu banyak.
Nggak terlalu banyak ngisi form gitu deh maksudnya.
Just like this one, yang Karisa lagi show.
Ini pop up ya?
Iya, ini pop up.
Tapi emang pop up? Enggak kan?
Ya,
Ada buttonnya di bawah.
Ini kan kita berdua sini kan.
Kalau nggak salah tadi tuh nggak pop up deh. Ini kenapa?
Ada dua, ini ada yang ini apa namanya? Ada yang scroll, ada juga yang di sini. Ada dua option gitu.
Oh, ada dua option. Mungkin satu aja tapi yang jelas ininya harus kemana kalau dari gitu. Kenapa sih nih HP-nya?
Oke, mungkin aku share yang di komputer ya, gengs. Untuk apa namanya mungkin kalau ada. Jadi coba aku klik salah satu. Kalau aku klik salah satu itu munculnya kayak gini. Jadi memang ada satu tombol aja di bawah ini. Kalau kita klik itu pop up juga dan ngisi informasi. Cuman nggak terlalu banyak juga sih, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cuma 5 ini aja, cuma 5 form untuk diisi. Jadi itu untuk yang di computers. Terus kalau di tempat kita tuh ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ada 7 form yang harus diisi. Mungkin itu bisa jadi drawback-nya, maksudnya orang males ngisikan kebanyakan form, itu bisa jadi juga. Terus kayak ini kan scroll kan, apa namanya? Karena kalau di sini kan ini karena kayaknya nggak terlalu panjang, kayak kecil gitu. Jadi mungkin aku ngisi sepatnya deh. Cuman kalau yang di punya kita tuh karena bisa di scroll kayak ekspektasinya